The culture is definitely different. Like you said, NBA, you flying charter, you know what I mean, the best hotels, and there they like asking me to be a roommate with a guy. I'm paying for my own rooms, and they're saying things like, well, the hierarchy means that, I mean, not the hierarchy, I don't want any I don't want any hierarchy on the team. So like we need to share rooms and like bond and all that stuff. And I'm like, listen, I have no problem with bonding with my teammates, going to lunch, going to every meal together. Cool. That's not something we used to doing in the NBA, but I'm fine with all that stuff. But like if I want my own room, I'm a grown man. You can't convince me that there's a problem with somebody having their own room. You can't convince me that. You know what I mean? We
Facts.
worried about the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So
That's
I
fact.
say like more or less those type of things. Like basketball is basketball. You figure that part out. It's different, but at the same time, it's hoops. A hooper gonna figure it out. But
That's
that
facts.
kind of mentality and attitude towards different things is like very controlling, very different, and it can be. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So that I would say was some of the biggest adjustments. But
Yeah,
I
for
had
sure.
two experiences though. I had a European experience and I had the Taiwan experience, and they were completely different in some ways, and they were completely the same in some ways. So it's
Where'd you like more? You like Taiwan, you would say?
Oh my
Taiwan was a lot
gosh, I
better.
love Taiwan, bro. Shout
Yes.
out to Taiwan, bro.
Yeah.
Taiwan probably saved my career, bro.
Yeah.
Taiwan probably saved my career, bro, in the sense that, it was beginning to get very frustrating, just a hectic start from coach getting fired in the NBA 3 games into the season, GM getting fired, started the second season, being now, or you fast forward like to right before Taiwan, I'm on 3 different teams, a new team every year. It's not really going my way. Like I'm not really getting the opportunities that I want. Like even I go to camp with the Heat, play
Mhm.
well. I'm thinking I'm competing for the 15 spot. They end up telling me we sending you to the G League. We were never even carrying 15 to start the season. So those miscommunications, things like that, boom, go to the G League. I'm in South Dakota. Shout out to Skyforce because it was a time of my life that I needed as well. But at the same time, I'm thinking like, bro, what's going on? Like, this is not what, you know what I mean? I'm really
Yeah.
COVID hits, you know what I mean? By the time that next season comes around, I'm hungry. I'm ready to go hoop now. I'm ready to go hoop. Taiwan, only 5 months, got a chance to make some money, you know what I mean, after the pandemic. So I'm like, cool. Go over there, bro, is exactly what I needed. Got to had a ball back in my hand, get a certain level of confidence back to myself. My body's probably right, starting to feel like the best it's ever felt, and it just aligned the right way. Getting fans and all that stuff, just having my first experience of living somewhere else. It was way better than I expected from just what's around. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of slow, run down a little. Not maybe not run down is the right word, but like. Us Americans, we only think that everything is only great in America. It was like, bro,
Yeah.
it was so dope. Taipei and Taiwan was so dope, bro.
That's good.
It was dope,
That's
bro.
good. Most people, nah, I think the thing is people just be having mixed reviews, like depending on where they go to. So, but so
Absolutely.
when you tell the stories here, they're like, oh, well, that's how all this shit is, like everywhere you
Right.
go, you know. But some places they actually do right, others they do effed
Hmm.
up, like the other place you went to.
Yeah, bro.
So that's how
That's
it goes.
unfortunate.
It's crazy. So, to end it, I'm gonna ask you about your experiences. So, I'll do three. So
Okay.
you played with two of the best players in the league, Jokic and Bron. Quentin Cook told me a wild ass story with Bron. You don't gotta share the wild stuff, but what would be your experience being his teammate versus playing against him? Like, what's something you notice he does that the average person wouldn't realize that's giving him the secret to his success
I mean,
that you saw as a hooper?
all the stories you hear about him taking care of his body and being so in tune with his body, and I got a chance to be there when he was playing, then he got hurt. To see him come back and how he came back. He's got his own personal guy that's his trainer and strength coach that's with him every day, 24/7. He's just really moving like, in a certain fashion. You see like, how he's stepping like you would anticipate Braun to step. Or maybe you wouldn't even anticipate Braun to step, but he's stepping and moving in that type of fashion. So it was dope, and that was something that I appreciate, just really, getting to see how he moved and how he operated. And when he was hurt, we
Mhm.
really got the chance to, like I said, I wasn't really getting those opportunities in the court. So he and I would be rapping on the bench the whole game for real. So I feel like another respect level now happens because now he understand my basketball mind and where I'm coming from with the the things that I say. And he's seeing like, oh, okay. And we rapping on the bench, and this became like a thing. So,
Mhm.
um, great basketball mind, great person, great human being. Shout out to Bron. I mean, it always was my personal favorite player growing up. So to have that experience come full circle, just so many moments, playing against him, playing, being his teammate and stuff, it was, dope for sure.
What was the best advice he gave you during your time when you guys were talking?
Advice he gave me is just like the mentality you need to have. It was like direct and fierce, but it's also like knowing that like everything is a process, I guess, and a learning experience. We had our up and downs in that stretch that was with the Lakers, but when
Mhm.
I got there, we were like 11, 12 in the East, I mean in the West.
Mhm.
And end up, making the playoffs. So it was like, that stretch and run we went on, it was like he really was, remaining that focal piece, even though he was, out for X amount of games and stuff.
Mhm.
So just the mentality, I guess, on how to have and how to approach these things, and even with the coaching staff got going on, us as a unit of players, how we move it and all that stuff. So it was interesting.
Now transitioning where you on the Nuggets, people don't really know a lot about Jokic because he's quiet, standoffish.
Right.
You've been at Nuggets practices. You were his teammate. So how is he like
Mhm.
a like from a practice player to how is he like in the games? How is he as a teammate on and off the court? What would you say was your experience being his teammate?
Nicola is a great person. I love Nicola. I learned so much from him too. Seeing somebody consistently be that good that much time, consistently. And I'd say it starts with, his routines and his preparation. I know a lot of people think, oh, Nicola don't like basketball or he just out there. Like it's crazy how the media can kind of put a spin or a motive on something when
It's not true.
it's never necessarily true. It's just that's the notion or that's the motive, and because he's got an unorthodox game or stardom or what have you, that you feel like that's word just because they say that's true. It's like not at all. He come in,
Facts.
get his work in every day. He get
Mhm.
his treatment in before that every day, and after he working out or before he working out, he's getting his lift in. He's getting his work in, his work, his treatment, and his lifting every day. Every day. And he's doing the same hook, same fadeaway shots that he do in the game. He's not in there like he's doing what he does. You know what I mean? They got Denver did a fantastic job with the skill and development side. Like they do a great job with everything. But shout out to JB and shout out to Denver, the whatever you call it, the whole staff that specifically works on player development staff. They dedicated, they do well by the people, getting people better. And Nicola, like I said, come and get his work in every day.
So I saw the his name's Coach Mike
Coach
Penn.
Mike.
He used to play with the Lakers. He won a ring with the Lakers. I forgot to pronounce his last name. Penn something. Fuck, how do I say his last name? I don't know if he was there when you was there, but
Okay.
he was in Vegas. This was last year. I shot their workout. It was like him and Christian Braun and Zeke.
Is he the shooting coach?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Mike something.
Yeah, I think that is him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I saw they workout and how detailed he is in work,
Yeah.
because I shot it out. So but I just saw like the private workout and I was like, damn, this is like it's not even more so about working out for a long period of time. It's
Right.
like their workouts are more detailed focused. And then that's why the
Right.
players develop how they do,
Right.
So I can only imagine how it was for you, being there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So
No, they definitely do a good job. And like he was getting there, like towards my tail end being with the Nuggets. So we didn't have a chance to really work out, but great dude. And like I said, he just an addition to really what they've been doing already for real.
last question I'll ask at Miami, did you ever get to work out with any NBA players at the school like over the 4 years? Play you
Most
had to have played
certainly.
in like some runs and stuff.
Oh
So
man,
what
listen.
will be like an experience you had? Because there's always people coming in the gym. You know how it is.
I'll touch on both. First I'll say shout out to Nick Friedman.
Okay.
He's been a long time assistant in the coach. Well, I say assistant in NBA the
Okay.
last five or so seasons. He was started off as a graduate assistant. Manager, then transitioned to a graduate assistant before going to the G League and making his way to the NBA. He was a gym rat. He is a gym rat, and he would be working out people like Sean Livingston, Joe Johnson, people of that type of game, Jeremy Pargo, all that stuff. So we would be in the gym, and I'm a gym rat as well, and we got to make time to work out anyway. So there's times where if I can, I'm getting the workouts with them. So I'm being able to do this as early as a freshman, more often like my sophomore and junior year while he was still there. But when he was kind of figuring out, we were all kind of figuring it out together, just grinding, just getting better for real. And it was dope, bro. It was dope. It gave you being in Miami gave you access to things that
Everyone.
most not, you know what I mean? Just because of the location, because most didn't have that access to.
Facts.
So and then just to couple that, like there was
Mm,
regulars that picked up Jeremy Pargo and Andre Blatch, in my opinion, are like Hall of Famers as far as pickup is concerned.
mhm.
Like used to always come, used to always pick up, play pickup, and used to go crazy and hoop, make us better, push us, and give us something to strive for, look forward to, look up to. Be humble, and then like you got Harden pulling up, you got like Michael Beasley pulling up, you got everybody like what I mean. It was everybody. The Bucks did mini camps there, so we always had those interactions. Coach L, he's got so many relationship connections and respect. And we got his son with the Celtics pulling up. They're practicing in our gym and all that stuff. So we had access to just so much knowledge, so many players, so much experience. It was one of a kind, man. And that policy at UM is still open door for real. It's
Facts. And then look where it helped you. It helped everyone as well as yourself. So man, I appreciate you. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I know you're busy, so man, I appreciate you
yeah.
coming on. Grateful for anyone that chops it up on me. So thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Be
Appreciate you,
safe.
brother.